Today we're going to be talking about Old Louisville. That, as the name suggests, it's very historic. And we're going to tour some of the homes that are currently for sale, condos, investment properties, single-family homes. So stay to the end because I'm going to cover all those and give you some price points that you can expect there for the level of houses that we're going to be looking at. It's an amazing place. It has lots of history, and the architecture is gorgeous. So stay with me till the end. My name is Joan. I am all things real estate in Louisville, Kentucky. So come with me as we do a little quick overview and tour of Old Louisville today. Okay, so let's first orient you to exactly where it is. Old Louisville is just south of central downtown and Broadway, and it's north of the main campus for the University of Louisville. It's about 48 city blocks, and interestingly enough, when I was researching it, it has the largest collection of pedestrian-only streets of any U.S. neighborhood. And I knew they had tons of walkability, but I didn't know that statistic. So it's completely walkable, which is fantastic. It's also made up of these amazing pocket parks or courtyards where the houses are all facing a courtyard or green space. And within those courtyard systems, I did know this, that Old Louisville has the largest collection of Victorian homes in a historic area anywhere in the United States. So when we look at the properties at the end, you're going to see a lot of single-family homes that are those old Victorian homes, and they're just gorgeous. They definitely don't make them like that anymore. So it's a beautiful spot in terms of walkability, tons of trees. We've got one of the Olmsted Parks, Central Park, that's there. One fascinating thing is back in the 1800s, they had the Southern Exposition. Thomas Edison oversaw the installation of the first expo that had lights at night. That's pretty cool. Over 1 million people came to Louisville, to Old Louisville, to the Southern Exposition. So it's just got a lot of amazing history, and I'm a history geek, so I can't help but start there. So that's the context of where it is and kind of how the grid is laid out. Now, to get specific about the homes, the Victorian homes and the court system, take a look at St. James Court. That's probably the best, most well-known court down there, but they have multiples of these. It just kind of takes your breath away when you go down there and think about, wow, this is how they used to plan neighborhoods back in the 1800s, where the pedestrian was king rather than the car, and attention to artistic detail was just the norm for these historic Victorian homes in Old Louisville. So St. James Court, and I'm gonna show you an event that we always have, an art show there every fall, and it's incredibly well attended. And so anyway, that's one of the most famous styles of architecture there is the Victorian homes. We also have the Craftsman bungalow as well, also very artistic, lots of craftsmanship, as the name implies, and also located within these court systems. And then throughout Louisville, we have tons of shotgun homes. After Katrina, sadly, New Orleans had the most shotgun homes, but after Katrina, Louisville moved up to this top spot. I don't know if we're still there or not, but we've got tons of shotgun homes. So again, at the end, I'm going to show you a cute little shotgun that's for sale down there. So I would say those are the three most prevalent styles of architecture for single-family homes. Now, in terms of demographics, because the University of Louisville and Spalding University is so close, the average age in that area is young, skews very young, 30 years old. And a lot of these old Victorian homes have been converted into condos and apartments. So from an investment standpoint, they're highly desirable because they're so close to two university systems, Spalding and University of Louisville. But there's also Bellarmine that's not that far away. There's Sullivan. There's a lot of higher ed institutions in close proximity. So you'll see a lot of investor class down there, as well as the single family homes. So it does skew young. It does skew primarily renter based as opposed to homeowner based. Now we're going to talk about eating out, since eating out is a sport here in Louisville. The first up is an institution. It's Dean Alley's. It's been around since 1967. The construction the building itself is still the same as it was originally. This place you can get breakfast all day long, and if you want to go down a bit of nostalgia that a lot of Louisvillians like to do, check that one out. Then we've got Ollie's Trolley. I think these used to be everywhere all over the United States. I'm not sure if they still are, but this one is still there. So it's a favorite for, of course, a lot of the college students. It's also, what they call lunch pail workers that head to it at lunchtime. So that's another place that you want to check out. Another local, very famous institution is Dizzy Whiz. It's been around since 1947, and its claim to fame signature item is the Whizzy Burger. And it's definitely old school. I mean, it has that old fashioned where you come out to the car and take the order. I don't think they're on roller skates, but that you can get the Whizzy Burger, but then you can also get a lot of other specialty items. So that's another institution that college kids and lunch pail folks and people that live in the neighborhood like to go to. Now we're going to go a little more upscale and go over to 610 Magnolia, and it's been featured on National Food Network shows, primarily because of the famous chef that's there, Edward Lee. He's James Beard winner. He also is on those celebrity chef shows. So it's a very, very, very small, intimate place. They have very limited hours. You have to have reservations, but it's definitely well worth the experience. And being in Old Louisville, it's just a really good experience to go there. Another more upscale local place that's been around for decades is a place called Buck's, and it's located in the Mayflower Hotel. And its claim to fame is just the incredible white bouquets of fresh flowers every day, everywhere. When you walk in there, you feel like you've just gone back in time. The food is delicious, the place is comfortable, and again, you're surrounded by all this amazing history. So that's another one I highly recommend. Now I want to give you some ideas of things that happen year after year that makes Old Louisville very special. The first one I referred to earlier, it's the St. James Art Fair. It happens in October of every year. It's beautiful here. The fall is gorgeous. I mean, your trees are starting to change, and the St. James Art Fair is on that famous St. James Historic Court area. It's a juried art fair, so we have artists that come in from all over the place. Lots of food vendors. It's just a really nice fall festival to enjoy. The other things, I'm going to refer to my paper here because there's lots to do. The Louisville Historic Tours, I highly recommend that. They have all kinds of tours, especially if you love architectural walking tours. The one I had the most fun at, they have a ghost tour down there. So we visited some of the Victorian mansions that are supposedly haunted, and that was a lot of fun. There's also the old Lou Brew Craft Beer Fest. We gotta have at least one beer fest going on. And then you have Shakespeare in the Park, which is Shakespeare at Central Park, and it's free, and it happens every summer. And it's also a lot of fun. So those are just some high level things that go on. There's because of the courtyard system, the neighbors in those courtyards really get to know each other well, and so they have all kinds of potluck outdoor events. I know a personal friend of mine and his wife. They're part of the dinner club. And so it's a group that live of neighbors, and they go to each other's houses for dinner and out to dinner. I don't live in Old Louisville, but the friends that I have that live there have a real sense, a strong tie and sense of community with their fellow neighbors. All right, so now to the absolute star of this YouTube video are the properties that you can find down in Old Louisville. So I wanted to show you how to get there, so you can do it yourself if you'd like. You just come to my website, paulyrealestate.com, and then you scroll down. As you'll see, I update market statistics all the time. So we'll go into the most up-to-date listings. And then here, it's really cool because you can look back communities. You've got some stats about current listings and all that. You can look at Oldham County is just outside of Jefferson County, so a lot of people that work in downtown or work in other places in Louisville live in Oldham County. But we're going to focus on Old Louisville today, so this is where we go. We can look to see that we've got 12 listed right now. Average days on market 53, average square foot 135.36, and the median list price is $535. Let's go down. I'm certainly not going to show you everything. We'd be here for hours, but let's look. Since we have an average of $535, let's look at one that's below that average. So let's look at Brook Street. And just like I said, this was built in 1900, so you've got your cool different architecture here, all brick. 5-bed, 2.5 baths. No, 2 full, 1.5 bath. 3,500 square feet. So we'll blow through these pictures pretty fast. So, I mean, here's your gorgeous architecture, this really amazing wood floor. Very, very classic. Very, very classic. The transom up there above the door, which is super cool. So if historic homes are your thing, this is something you might want to consider. Got some backyard. Now this is a coveted thing, is to have off-street parking for Old Louisville, so that would be a big plus. So let's see if we want to see any more. We know it's 5-bed, 3-bath. Here's something: you can unlock income potential by renting out the 3rd level, and then we talked about the private driveway, which is definitely unique. So that's an example of what you can get in the 400s. Let's go back and keep looking. There's an 800,000. Let's look at the 540,000. Which one do we want? 4 or 3.5? Let's look at 540. Okay. Oh. So they've got, a lot of detail here. Very pretty. Again, we'll go kind of blow by. They've done a lot of updates, which looks very nice. Very pretty. Pretty tile there. Ooh, isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Really, really nice. Again, this is in the 500s. Okay. Must have had a party. This is again, off-street parking. If you've got that, that is very coveted. Plus it's got a enclosed garage, so that's nice. The Windmere Mansion, so you could look up that as far as your history. So yeah, so that's a nice one. And then let's look at the top range. Let's look at the $800,000 one here. 6 beds, 3.5 baths, almost 5,000 square feet. Pretty, very nice, very pretty. Completely redone kitchen, it looks like. Just, they just don't make houses with this kind of architecture and charm. So let's see, it's a Victorian era Gothic revival. Let's 3 full, 1 half bath, 6 beds. Yeah. So let's see if there's anything more. The home was completely renovated in 2020. So that's what you get for $800,000. So now I wanted to show you the condos. So that'll be up next. So let's get to condos, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, this one sold back in 2020, but I wanted to show you examples of condominiums here in a lot of these converted old Victorian homes. So this one, let's see, how much was it? Let's see, I wrote it down here. It was $125,000 is what it sold for. So it's got two bedrooms, 1 bath, 928 square feet. So this would certainly be a good single family home, but that's the U of L Cardinal right there. So probably college students are living here. So it could be an investment property for you, or if you've got kids that are going to school in U of L or Spalding, Bellarmine, any of the places here in Jefferson County, you might want to make an investment so that you're not paying those dorm fees. But anyway, this is a good example of a condo for $125,000. Okay, here's another condo I wanted to show you. It's 189.5 with 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 1,123 square feet. I guess that was showing you where you park, yeah, and how you get over there. Parking's very important consideration. So if you're living there full time or you're just there as a student, parking's a thing. So okay, just a pretty standard condo. If there's any remodeled, just off First Street, so it's close to U of L. Okay, and it doesn't say anything about the fact that you couldn't rent it. So if you wanted to get it as a rental, I'm not seeing here at first blush. I'd want to do more detailed search here, but so there you go. There's another example of what you can get for $189,500 as a condo in Old Louisville. Okay, now remember when I was talking about shotgun houses, here's a great example of a historic shotgun. It's listed for $245,000. So let's go check it out. It's only 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. but it's literally right across the street from Central Park. That's where they have the Shakespeare in the park. They have a ton of things, but that's probably what they're known for the most is in the summertime that Shakespeare in the park, which is free. Gorgeous wood flooring, really pretty. It's 1,500 square feet, built in 1900. Looks really nice. Nice backyard and little outside living there. That's at Central Park as well. So let's see, it's been on the market for 69 days. Let's see, it's a brick Italianate shotgun. They're so cool. They're across from Central Park. 12-foot ceilings, refinished hardwood. So that is what you can get if you're looking at a smaller footprint house. This is $245 for 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,537 square feet. Okay, now I wanted to show you a couple of properties for for my investors out there, if you're looking for an investment. So this one is $325, and it is a duplex, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,780 square feet. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Okay, yeah, updated. Still left some of the old charm there. Nice backyard for a duplex. Very nice. Okay. So let's see. There's any. I'm going into Realtor for this one because it's just quicker for me to do this for you. So anyway, yeah, it's a large duplex, heart of old Louisville, mature trees, off-street parking at back. We're looking out today with that rare gem. We found it in every one of them. Very well maintained building. Tenant pays electric, gas. Landlord pays water. And I have to warn you, water here in Louisville is very expensive. It's more for the sewer charge than the water itself. But that one's $325K. Okay, this one is also for an investor. It's on 4th Street, listed at $487,500. It's active. Let's read about it a little bit. It's off that famous St. James Court that I was talking about earlier. St. James and Belgravia Court are right there together. St. James is where the art fair is, but it's close to that. It's a 5-plex. It's brick and stone with 5 separate units, metered out for gas and electric, with individual furnaces, water heaters. There's the 2-bedroom, 1.5-bath townhouse unit, 1,700 square foot. Wow. Original hardwood flooring, moldings, and full of old Louisville charm. The second and third floors are 1-bedroom, 1-bath units with different layouts. All 5 units are rented. Roof was replaced in 2023. All units have central HVAC. Tenants pay LG&E, and owner pays water, sewer. So let's look at these full-size photos, because this looks like it'd be just a real classic example of old Louisville, whether it's for rental, for investment, for single family homes. Those tall ceilings. Oh, that's beautiful flooring. Gosh, it's really pretty. Oh, stained glass windows. I was also reading that in old Louisville we have more stained glass windows in Old Louisville than anywhere else in the United States. That's pretty cool. So yeah, so that looks pretty nice. So if you're looking at an investment and you want to go with this many units, then your price point is at $487 as it's listed. So there you go for my investors. Well, that's it. That's Old Louisville. I hope it was useful for you to get a feel for the area and the different amenities and all the different types of homes that you can buy there. So, and I keep saying down there because that's in downtown Louisville. I live out in the East End, so forgive me for saying down there, but it's that way from my house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like, they always say, please smash the like button, subscribe, because I'm going to be doing this level of detail through every single neighborhood from core downtown all the way out to the East End and then into other counties. So stick with me. I hope you'll stay with me on the journey. If you saw any of the houses that I showed you really quickly and you want more information on those, then just contact me. The contact information is either there or there. It's somewhere on the screen. So give me a shout, call, email, let me know, want to consult. I'm more than happy to help, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.